welcome to another episode of the Resinator's Conquest podcast. This is a special episode where I helped another Vanguard do a demo day at Gamescape in San Francisco. This was an amazing event, and I had a great time at Gamescape. The staff was great, the players were enthusiastic and ready to learn, and some of them were even waiting quite a long time to be able to play this game of Conquest. To start off, I have some video of Joey doing some demos with a couple customers. Because I didn't have the whole demo filmed, I only have the beginning and end where you can hear the voices and hear what's going on. Otherwise, I kind of sped it up. So enjoy.
Alright, so
I've been waiting a year to play Conquest. I know like way too much for someone else that hasn't played.
Oh, really?
No one in the store was willing to play me.
So what faction are you looking at or interested in?
I have some notes.
Just that
Oh,
one.
I don't have like any of like the newer stuff. I got like Huskarls, Raiders, you know, like the very bare basic stuff.
Gotcha.
No, not only
I
that,
still haven't
but
finished
because
painting my, I got some Valkyries I haven't finished painting, but I got them assembled. But I really like the works. They're fun. They're a little bit of a glass tank, glass cannon, but I still like them.
basically he has 5-inch, so I'm just going to activate once the move distance supporting his back line. And then I'm not really sure what else I can do, so I suppose I'll just do anything. So I can't attack or shoot or anything, so just...
Correct.
That is his move!
Alright.
It would have been great if I was able to pheromone burst him up, but that's okay.
We'll go another turn. I like the first turn to be, let's see what these things
Let me actually make sure it's light. So I'm actually going to move him. So that 5-inch just been...
Alas for you. It's nighttime.
Not the night.
It's nighttime. That's the first time I've heard that, and I love it. So you know your ABCs, right?
No.
Always be charging.
Yes.
All right. That's all I've got.
But I'm in such a target-rich environment.
Oh yeah, you want to get in there.
Do I want to go for? I could probably swing around here.
Is that where you were? Or were you over here?
I was over here.
Do you know what the max distance is to the first point of contact?
Right. Yes. No. Go back.
Well, because like I feel like it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
You can charge from there.
So that'd be 8 plus 6.
So potentially 14.
Let's see how far it is.
Definitely more than, so 14 to the front line, that's true.
So here's the thing. If you ever try to charge and you do not get the number you need, let's say you roll 1. You will stumble forward 1 inch and that ends your turn.
No, that's the last argument. In First Blood, you lose the action completely, and then you can actually you don't move forward. You lose the action, but you can actually take a second action if that was your first action.
Well,
You don't.
try to charge with it?
No, because you can only do move twice. So you failed the charge on your first action, so you can't do a second charge. So you already tried to charge on the first action. But you can move. You could shoot. You could do everything else. You just can't charge a second time. But you just lose the action. You don't move forward, and
So you can risk it from there.
Or you can move.
Or you can move and charge. If you get a charge from that distance, you'll get your impact and get to swing as
And get
well.
to swing, yes, so you get an extra.
Or if you move and charge, you'll get the automatic charge and you'll get impact damage, which is great, but no attack. Either way, you'll deal damage.
yeah.
And if you get in contact with the marksman clones, they can't shoot you anymore.
Oh. All right, I like that idea better.
Okay. You want to maybe move charge or risk the charge?
I'm gonna move charge.
Automatic.
So that's 8. That brings me here, and then I'm going to charge, which is well within 8.
Perfect. Bam.
Impact.
Impact damage.
Impact. So
Half of your attacks.
half of my attacks. Wow.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Round it up.
Round it up.
Yep.
So
How many attacks do you have?
And that was the night.
5, I believe.
So
4 attacks.
So we got
well,
2.
never mind. They changed.
And they're going to hit under flash value of 2 or less.
And brutal
He
impact.
does have brutal impact, doesn't he?
Yep.
So
So
basically,
it goes through defense. It works just
so
like
your
the.
brutal impact 2. So that takes off 2 defense.
ooh, very nice.
But you need to hit.
I will not have
Another hit.
All right.
no hits.
No hits,
Ooh, I'm
but
safe.
your marksman clones are engaged.
That's
They
true.
cannot shoot.
Ouch. Yes. Okay.
All right,
And then
big boy.
this man, he's really not going to do much else but moving because he's not in range of anything, but that's okay. Because you will not be ready for this.
Yeah.
So he will be just marching up the board. Good? Yeah. And I'm 7. Nice. Essentially, I just want to move in. Because I would need to only make either a charge from this distance or can pheromone burst in right
That
into your
sounds great
face.
because they're not going to want to charge you. So you'll get shot, but you're fairly safe there. You won't take result from the hits.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, that is
That is our turn 1.
that is our turn 1.
So you may form a new command set. Whatever order you want, face down. Now that you have a better feel of the command abilities and the benefits that they can give to your regiment for their activations, feel free to take that out. I like seeing like the difference between turn 1 and turn 2 when people like know exactly what they want to do in turn 2 and they're like, let's go.
I've got a plan.
Versus turn 1 is like, I don't know what to do.
Great.
The first one is just do it random.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because then you get to know on that first turn.
Violence.
I'm technically lower.
A
So I will activate first. I will activate my Pyromancer.
amazing.
And then you will not believe what I will be doing. What I will be doing is command ability Pheromone Burst on my drone. So that would be just plus 2 to his move, so that's 8 inches to his move. So I will be delightfully kissing your.
I would stay. As long as you're like 1 inch away, you're good.
Literally just with them on edge.
All right, you guys.
And then he will take
Oh, thank God I organized my stack the way I did then.
So, okay, so
So I always feel like that too. Like, I made a wrong decision or something. Yeah.
he's fine.
He's fine.
Okay, and then
That was
my
your, yep.
yes, that was my
One action.
command ability. Then my Ferromancy ability.
And then a Jotnar appears.
He's holding the big crab.
So if I'm
He's keeping everyone in check.
I can shoot.
Correct.
Can I shoot at the charging unit, or am I no longer allowed to shoot anything?
You cannot because you're engaged. You are forced to focus on this guy unless you would do a withdrawal. They can still stab him. They're just not good at it.
Yes, that makes sense.
I always thought their little quivers looked like sheaths, like swords and sheaths.
I know, they're like, sheathe their bow and just go.
The stalkers have that for the Nords.
Yep.
They got blades on their bows.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I will.
Those are really fun.
People.
If I'm healing
Because they're
in this case, could I
they're like
return
the children of the Ein here, aren't they?
Yep. Yep. That's I have
activated yet. That's
I've kind of chosen to do this kind of red bloodskin for a lot of my monster faction outside of the Nords.
Alright.
Anything that comes from that side is going to be all red skin. So even my stalkers are red skin, my blooded's red skin. So I've been doing them all like that, and then I'm going to do all the humans like normal human skin. So I'm going to have 2 different factions in my Nords.
Nice.
The humans and the monsters.
I'm doing like a
So the only thing
professional,
that you can back,
kind of
you
like
can't put him
air
in
quote
engagement,
professional
so he'll have to be
raiding
outside of
army,
the-
raiding force. Like we've been at this for a while. We've been around the block. We know how to. We're organized. We're organized raiders. We know how to maximize grabbing slaves and loot and food.
Yes, you can use another Ferromancer.
We've stolen their armor at this point.
That was command Ferromancer. Yeah, you have one more you can do. You just can't.
Just
target
because of the
same
luck of the
person.
draw, I ended up with tons
Anytime
of
you
raiders.
do
I think I have like
Ferromancy
60
on
raiders.
Ferromancy,
Oh, wow.
it overwrites.
Okay, that makes sense.
Just getting free boxes,
will-
you know, and like people giving me
my
armies or something like that, and
Ferromancy
then me buying a little
So it
bit.
is.
But
It doesn't have to be to go. It's just doesn't want to attack.
That sounds good.
So haha, you will not expect this. I will use my other Ferromancy ability on the unit I just recuperated.
No, because you can't.
Right, that's what it's a command ability. There was a no, sorry. My apologies.
Vince is not here now.
I suppose.
Vince is scheduled for tomorrow.
I'm really frustrated with myself. Like,
It's about 4 of them. I will use aggressive compulsion for my Ferromancy on these, so that these
I'm coming back.
So you're doing your front guys? Oh,
Yeah,
these guys that funnel through the
not
front.
came from Sergio.
and then these 4 are the only ones that are 2 halves.
If you beat them, you'd get a store.
But they're not engaged.
Stakes aren't that high.
I declare Sergio will not accept my bashal for the ownership of the store.
Anyone that doesn't have inches.
Sadly.
So I will stab with my spears.
I think you got 4 in there, yeah.
Now why would you do that?
And I will not be rerolling ones because I am not within 1 inch because you are not.
I think this one is.
Now we're moving on to a demo I did with one of the store employees. This is the full demo. I'd like to take a moment and say thank you to Gamescape in San Francisco. Again, this was a great event, and I had a lot of fun doing it, and hopefully we can do it again sometime. And sorry this took so long to get this video out.
Alright, so I'm going to go over a couple of these here real quick, just so you know. M is for movement, V for volley, so that's shooting. C is for clap, which is basically melee. A is for attacks, wounds. Resolve, that's basically your kind of leadership, basically. D is for defense, and then E is for evasion. So if for some reason you negate it all the way down to 0 into your defense, you can use your evasion instead. So it's just like a secondary defense, a defense that you just can't really usually block against, or lower. And the last thing on the characters, they have a command range, the CR, and that's how far they can do their command abilities. Their command abilities are really not that useful in this because they're just not, so it's not, we're not going to really use them, but that's just for the command abilities. Their special rules, we'll go over a couple of those as we start playing, but that's usually what you'll find if they can barrage, where they're shooting, you see a barrage line there. If they have shields or anything else like that in the special rules, and at the very end you'll have rules where it describes everything for you. So then we have command cards that are going to represent each one of either character or each regiment. You should have 4 of them. One for your blooded. Wait a minute. Which one's which? I keep on getting backwards with it. So Braves for the shit. So the Braves, blooded, slingers, and then your predator.
Yep.
Okay, and then so we're kind of treating this as if we're in like the second, third round.
Got it.
Because normally you start in a deployment zone
Yeah.
or reinforcements and come in, but we want to get like everything going, so we're kind of close to each other. And so, like, let's say this is the third round. What we're going to do is create a command stack of the order that we want to play them in. So the best thing to do is put the one that you want to play first down first, and then stack everything on top of them until you have your whole command stack, and then flip it over, and then now your bottom one is your top one.
Yeah.
So we secretly create a command stack, and then once we're done with that, we're going to roll off to see who goes first. The unique thing about Conquest is most everything is rolling low, so we're looking for the lowest dice roll, not the highest. So let's just roll and see who goes first. 6, I'm not going first. Oh, reroll.
Yeah, you are. You're rolling against me. 2.
Oh, same reroll. There we go. Okay, so I got a 1. Okay, so I'm going to reveal my top card and activate that regiment, which is my Praetorians. So you get 2 actions each. The only action you can do twice in a round is move. So you can always move twice. Everything else you can only do one of those actions.
One action. Okay.
So I'm going to move first. You move 5 inches. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to move my leader first. And then everyone else. And then everyone's got to stay within 5 inches of your leader.
Got it.
So the simple way to do it is just move your leader, then you move everyone else within 5 inches. That's okay, the quick way of doing it.
Yeah.
So that was one movement. Now the second movement, second action I'm going to do is actually charge your slingers, which will pretty much negate them. So it's basically your movement plus a die roll. So you measure from your leader. So I'm 6 inches, or a little under 6 inches away, so we'll call it 6. My movement's 5, so I'm going to make it automatically, but I'm going to roll because that means I can move 9 inches, each one of my guys 9 inches into the enemy unit. So if I move my leader first, I can move him here, and they have to be within 1 inch to be engaged. And that means this room for this guy to be here engaged, and this guy here, and this guy here. So that was my action. During a charge, unless you have impact attacks or they're basically the size 2 or higher brutes, cavalries, or monsters, you don't get impact attacks. End of my turn.
You're just going in there to negate me shooting.
Negate you from shooting and negate you from charging me.
Got it.
At least that unit.
Got it.
And then now it's your turn. You're going to activate the first card. So it's going to be your slingers. So it's going to be these guys. They're a ranged unit, but I'm engaged with you. So pretty much the only thing you're going to be able to do is clash me back. But before you do that, what you're going to want to do is inspire. If you inspire them, they get a +1 to their clash value. So you inspire them for your first action, and then you clash for your second action, which is their melee.
Got it. Okay.
So you inspire on the first one, you get +1 to your clash, and then the first part of a clash action is that all of your guys can move, in your unit can move up to 3 inches closer to the enemy model.
Got it.
So all of them get to move in 3 inches so you can get more into engagement. And you're trying to get them within 1 inch.
There you go.
And your one guy's going to be out of the range.
And then you can just move it over there.
He just won't be fighting. Okay, so you moved them all closer, and now how many attacks do they have?
So their attacks are 1.
So that means 1 attack per model. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're gonna roll 5 dice, and you're gonna try to get your clash value +1. This is your clash value +1 because you're inspired, and you're trying to get 2 or under.
2 or under.
Under. Yeah. So 1 or 2. Cool. That's 3 hits.
3 hits.
And then if you had something like cleave, it would show in special rules, but I know you don't.
Yeah.
And then so that's my Praetorians. My Praetorians have a defense of 2, but they have shields, so we add 1 to the defense because of the shield. So we're looking for 3s or under.
I'm gonna go. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye. Do you want to come back?
Yeah. That's it to me. You have my number.
Yep.
Bye, Beth.
So I save 2, I take 1 wound.
Okay.
Now normally you take a resolve check. Anytime you take a wound, you take a resolve check, except for in volleys. However, Old Dominion, they pass every resolve check.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of one of those things that's a little unique about them. So I'm going to take 2 wounds, which is, they're 2 wounds each, so one of them's dead.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so that was your activation, so now it's my turn?
Now, what would happen, say, you hadn't activated this yet. We were, previous rounds, I killed everyone here.
Oh.
Right? you draw your card to activate that model.
You just throw it aside and draw the next card.
Perfect.
Yeah. It doesn't negate you if you've lost.
It doesn't end your turn. It just
you just move on to the next card.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. So it's gonna be my Legionnaires. Let's see. I'm gonna do something a little different. Oh, 5 inches. I'm gonna move them here, here, and here. And that's all I'm gonna do with them. I'll leave them right there.
Predator.
So when you're doing your characters, that's when they have the command abilities, and I know none of them are useful right now. They say them right here, and you can look at them, but they're really. Oh, actually, no, one of them's Way of the Hunt.
Way of the Hunt. Target friendly infantry regiment gains +2 march until the regiment.
So you can give it to anyone with its in command range. So any other units that are within 6
Either one of
them,
these two?
Yep, you can designate them, and they would get that ability, and they give 2+ to their march.
Got it. I will. We're looking at these guys.
The blooded.
The blooded.
Yeah, because the breaks have the shield.
Got it. Okay.
So the blooded, you're giving them till +2.
Got it.
So that's your command ability. Now you can take your 2 actions.
Got it. Okay. So I can double move.
A lot of times too, your characters, because they give them command abilities, you kind of sometimes want to protect them and then use them for mopping up, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
You don't want to get them into too much danger, because if you lose them, that's a lot of your army, a strong part of your army as well.
And
then also remember too, you only have 6 inches, so
right.
on the beginning of your next turn, on his next activation, you want to be within range of whatever you want to boost up.
So that was going to be a question. Can I volley into a unit? So for volley, what is the range there?
The barrage. So his
sorry.
barrage is 15. He's got 4 shots at 15 inches, and armor piercing 1 and deadly shot, which you're within range. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So I'm going to move 6.
So instead of moving first, what you could do is take aim, which will increase your volley characteristic by 1. Just like an inspire increased clash by 1, take aim increases volley by 1. So you can take aim and then shoot me, and then you're better off, unless you want to get closer.
Well, but that is both of my activations, correct?
Yes. Take aim would be the first one, volley would be the second
So
one.
I will instead be moving, and then I will be shooting into. So volley.
It's going to be barrage, so you got 4 dice.
Barrage is 4.
And then you're using your volley character 3. 3 or under. Got 2. Okay. So the first thing that happens is armor piercing 1. So that negates my defense. So the Legionnaire are, let's see, their defense 1, plus shields makes them 2, minus armor piercing makes them back to a 1.
Okay.
And then also you have deadly shot, which I believe is the defensive.
When an enemy regiment takes a defense roll caused by a model with a special rule, as a result, the range attack takes 2 wounds instead of 1 for an odd modifier of 6. Yeah.
So if I roll 6s, it'll be 3 or more. So that's 3 wounds or that one passed. So that ends up being 2 that I'll take.
Yeah.
Which means the guy's dead. Oh, and then one thing you should be doing at these, you should be putting casualty tokens, and they go away when they're activated, and it's just a mechanic that happens that healing, you can only heal up to as many casualty tokens as that regiment has.
Got it. Okay.
So, like right now, I would add, if you hand me one, just tell me the whole thing real quick. What I normally do is I'll put you put a token here, and then when I next activate them, however many I have, let's say I have 2 of them there, when I activate them again, I take all those away, and that means I can't heal anymore.
Got it.
But if I had 2 there, and I had a healing unit that I had heal, I could bring 2 back and then get rid of those casualty tokens. But,
Got it. Okay.
so it's just kind of a mechanic of way of healing and keeping track of what you've lost, because sometimes they're worth victory points as well too.
And you're always you want to heal while you still have the casualty tokens, because otherwise it's just going to heal back to the next stage.
It doesn't heal at all.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, if you don't have those casualty tokens. But we don't play with them in the demo because you don't really need. Most teams aren't healing anyway.
Right.
So that's you shooting at me.
Yep. Me shooting at you.
And then so it's my turn. The carriers are going to go. All right. They are going to move. Man, so far close 8 inches. I'm out of range.
As someone who has an elf.
Oh, they have 10s. Shoot, I'm not close enough either, so I gotta move forward with them. They have a 6-inch movement. This is my leader.
Right across all communities, is that really long?
And if you lose your leader, you just designate another model to be their leader.
Okay.
Sometimes, though, if you have a bigger one, you have a leader and a standard bearer.
Yeah.
And everyone has to be within 8 inches of the leader or the standard bearer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can have like a big kind of...
A nice larger.
yeah, larger.
Yeah, yeah.
So they move forward on their first action. Then they're going to do a second action where they're going to do a spell. Yeah, within 8 inches. So I'm going to try a spell here. This unit is a 3 priest, so I get to roll 3 dice for my spell. And I'm looking for 3s or under, and if each one's a success, it counts as 2 hits on you, and you have to use your resolve instead of your defense. That's a cool spell. So 2 of them, so that's 4 hits. And then, so it's on the blooded, so what's their resolve?
Blooded resolve is 2.
Perfect, so you're going to try to get 2 under on 2 dice. Just 2. Oh,
2
4 dice. 4 dice. Sorry.
Yeah.
2 each.
Save 1.
So you took 3 wounds, but this one doesn't have any resolve, so you just take 3 wounds.
Got it. Okay. And the wound characteristics is 2, so 1 is going to be worth 1, and I take 2. This guy.
He's your leader actually.
Yeah, he's my lead, right?
Put the wound on one of these guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And that was it. That's their turn. They moved and they shot or did their spell.
Perfect. So my next ones are my Braves. And where are my Braves? What is massive flames?
Massive frame means they can't pass through each other and they can't support through each other.
Okay, and then opportunist is
if you have a broken regiment. Usually, if you lose half of your models, you get broken, and if they're broken, opportunist kicks in at that point.
got it. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and charge you. So I'm 6, and I'll just roll. I'll need.
Just to this guy, I think you're about 7. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just need 1, right?
Yeah. But roll it anyway because if you roll a 7, this guy wouldn't make it all the way in there.
Right.
But if you roll like an 8 or 9 or 10 or something, they'll definitely make it all the way in there. Cool.
All right. So let's see. So I have now a 8, which would definitely get me in there. Here.
Oh, aren't they the ones that have the march kick? You gave them the march characteristic, or was it these guys?
March.
No, you gave them the spell, the will.
Oh no, it's these guys. These
Oh,
guys
okay,
are
never mind.
the guys that march. Mainly because I forgot that these guys were activating first.
So that's another thing. You can always look at your commands. You can't change the order, but you can always look at what your stack is and what order you played things in.
Well,
You're just not allowed to change it, but
yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so only having. Okay, no, stay. There you go. I only have 2 that are actually in range.
don't worry, because the next action you're going to take is going to be a clash action.
Yep.
So the first part about a clash action is you move 3 inches closer to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
So then, I mean, that guy will definitely go in there.
This guy will get in there too.
That guy will
He'll get
definitely
around there. Okay, so part of a successful charge is that you automatically get inspired. So now that you're doing a clash action, you're inspired. So your class is +1 right now.
+1. So so they are the Braves.
Yep.
So clash is 2. So I get 3.
No, you look at attacks first.
No. Right. So I'm
So
trying
you get 1 attack per, so it's 4 attacks. And then you're trying to
three or
get
under.
3 under. Yep, there you go.
There we go.
2. Okay. And so my defense is 1 plus shield, so it gives it 2. So they're looking for 2s around. Oh, I'll save both of them.
Alright.
So that's their turn, so it's my turn.
It's a Braves.
It's my Heliarch's turn. Oops. He is not going to do much. Oh, no, he is.
Morgan was joining Team Soul right now. But he wasn't.
So that's going to be 7, so it's a 2-inch charge. So let's see if I make it. I do. So he's going to charge in here.
Yep.
And then he's going to clash you. He's got 5 attacks. We're looking at 4s or under. So 4 went through. Now I have cleave 1. So it's going to negate 1 off of your defense. So your Braves have 1 for defense, right?
The Braves have 2.
So you have 2 defense plus a shield, so that 3.
three.
Minus 1, so it'll be 2 to 2 again. Whoops. That one's just weighted in the bag.
Yep. For now. Okay. So I I'm rolling a 2 straight.
You're rolling 4 dice and you're trying to get 2 unders. And 2 and under.
Nothing.
Okay, so 2 died right off the bat.
I will remove.
Actually, just don't remove him.
This guy. And this guy.
So now that you took 4 wounds, you gotta take 4 resolve checks. However, I have terrifying 1. So that minus is 1 to your resolve.
Got it, okay. And my resolve is 2, so I'm down to 1.
You're down to 1 now, yeah.
Yep, all 4 failures.
So he wiped out your regiment. So now you can take this one and take it out of the command slot too, because you don't want to mix it in.
Actually, I have to mix it in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine, because the blooded are coming in. And they have a +2.
+2 to March.
To March, and they own.
But you might be able to charge.
5.
You're 7 inches out. Yeah.
I am. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to charge in. I mean,
that's just enough to get you there. Yeah.
Yep.
Just move them up, because we also know when you do your clash, you're going to move up 3 inches on top of that. So we know you got in there. So you successfully charged, so you got +1 to your clash. Because you're inspired.
My blooded are now doing 3 unders and 2 attacks per, so 6. Boy, that is terrible. 1.
No. Well, the good thing about going against the Kara is they only have a defensive 1, so that went through. And because they're Old Dominions, they don't have resolve checks. They passed the resolve check. Alright, so that's the turn. If you had objectives, you kind of add all that up now, and then we just go on to the next round where we collect our command cards and create a new stat. Now that you have 1 less, you have the option of either adding or subtracting 1 to your die roll once you roll to see who goes first.
Got it, okay.
So whether you can tie it up or maybe win the roll, you get the decision kind of what to do to help them out. Let's see, I want these guys going first. And these guys. Then that guy goes last. Okay. No, you're going first anyway. Yeah.
So the flooded are gonna go. And I'm just gonna go ahead and hit you. So that is still another 6. Rolling 2s and under this time, right? Because I'm not inspired.
Your first action you could take is to inspire yourself, and the second action is clashing.
Got it.
So it'd be +1 to your clash value.
Actually, I can attack twice, correct?
No.
I cannot take
Move
the
is
same
only
action.
twice.
I can only move twice. I can so I'm gonna inspire and then attack.
Yeah.
So
That's why there's the inspire and take aim, because you can only do those, once. It'd be nice to melee twice or shoot twice, but I wouldn't increase it. I wouldn't take aim or inspire, but yeah, the movement's the only one you can do twice.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Correct. So I'll inspire and then I'll go ahead and attack. Clash. So that's 1,
2.
That is 2 out of 6.
And looking for 1s. Oh, I failed both of them.
Yeah.
So guy's completely dead.
Alright, so that is the blooded.
Alright. I thought that you were going to wipe him out, so I played with them. The other part about the Old Dominion, I cannot take the inspire action.
Okay.
I can get inspired by charging, but I cannot take the inspire action. So I'm basically gonna clash on my first action. So he moves in. I got 1 attack each for them, and they are hitting on 1s. So they completely miss. And then I'm gonna do that spell again on you. So I got 3 dice, looking for 3s. Anything. So that's 2 successes, and you're using your resolve as a defense.
And the brave resolves are going to be
It's the same as 2.
So 2 to 2. Nope.
Yeah. So 1 more guy's dead, and then there's no resolve on top of that. And then it's your turn.
Alrighty. Swingers. So I will inspire and then clash with the guys over here.
So he's gonna move in closer, so you're gonna get all attacks. So you got 6 models.
Yes, 6 models. So we have 6 models, and they are slingers, and they have 1 attack each. I'm looking for 1.
You inspired first action.
Oh, I'm looking for 2. 2 or under.
There you go. That's better.
That's 3.
So I'm looking for 2s.
Yep.
I failed 2. You killed the guy. You did. So that'll be my turn. They're gonna fight back. Oh, turn too late. So they're just gonna. They can only do one thing actually. Oh, hold on. What's the memory of over here? Yeah, I didn't do nothing. So they're just gonna attack you.
Yeah.
So there's 2 guys there. So that's 4 attacks. I'm looking for 2s because it's my normal class. 2 and 3.
All right.
So your slinger's defense is 1, so you're looking for 1s.
Here's where I roll 2 6s. Oh, there
You copied me!
we go. That does make me happy.
Awesome!
Just continue to not believe in yourself.
Yeah. Well, no, the dice just hit me.
Alright, that's your activation.
I mean, I'm activating the predator. I'm gonna go ahead and take aim, and I mean, 15 inches, I can hit you.
Yep.
So, predator take aim, volley is 3.
You have 5 attacks, so.
At 5?
Oh no, barrage 4. Sorry, barrage 4.
I was gonna say barrage is 4.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for 4s, right?
Yes, because you take it. Yeah.
Yeah. So 1.
You roll like I do most of the time. So I failed it actually.
Oh.
So a wound.
Oh, I was targeting this guy.
Oh, sorry.
You're so.
Yeah, I failed it anyway. Yeah. Okay, so my legionnaires. I'll say it's a little past 7, so it's 8 inches. So I need to get 3 or better. I'm charging. Trying to. Yeah! So they'll go 7 inches. It goes right there. He'll get right in there. And this guy will be short. Right there. Oh, I forgot. They have support. I don't want them that close. So if you're within 1 inch of me, or if I'm within 1 inch of you, I have to re-roll to hit and defense because they have spears and that they're disadvantaged if they're within 1 inch.
Got it.
So, and they have a 2.5 inch engagement because they have support. Because they have spears, basically.
Yeah, because they can reach over.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm just getting that close. I'm going to do a clash action on my second, so he'll move just a little bit closer so he's make sure he's in there, but within 1 inch away. And so I'm inspired because I successfully charged. Legionnaires have 1 attack each, so it's 3 attacks. Looking for 3s. I got 2 through.
Alright, 2 on the predator. Is I'm doing resolve, correct?
No, defense first.
Defense, okay. So 3. That is 1.
1 went through or 1 saved?
1 went through.
Okay, so then you roll 1 resolve on top of it. So you took 1 wound, and then you're going to do resolve and see if you take another one.
I do not.
You just got the 1 wound on him. He's all good. And then when you're out of cards, it's just the other person goes through it. Like if they have 3 or 4 of them, they just go through the whole stack.
Go through
until
whatever
they Yep. And it'll just be this one guy, which is. I mean, he'll charge over here. So we've got 8 inches. So he made it.
Yes.
So he's inspired and he's going to attack, which would be 5 attacks. His normal class is 3, but he's inspired, so it's going to be 4. So that's 5 actually. Well, yeah. I think I might have wiped him out.
Yeah, I think so too. Alright, we're going to find out right now how amazing this dice roll is going to be. Because I'm going against defense. So 2. This is where it's all ones. Yeah, so they all went through.
Yeah. Yar.
Yup.
That would wipe them out, yeah.
That would wipe them out.
You literally, this is how I roll all the time. Like in most games I play, I roll this bad all the time, and it's like.
And you say you play this side, right? I think it's the side. Alrighty.
That's the end of round 2. That's basically what we're doing in the demos, 2 rounds like this, but that's basically how to play.
Perfect. And basically, so if we're playing scenarios, we would score after all of this.
Every round,
So see who's
right.
going.
I think it's like you have to wait till turn 2 to start destroying things, and usually turn 3 to start securing objectives.
Got it. Okay.
But other than that, yeah, and then it's every little scenario has a little bit different rules too.
Yeah.
So there might have like some kind of special things. Like
course.
most of the time, lights don't count as scoring in the zonals, but they contest.
Got it.
So you can't win with lights, but you can contest with lights.
contest.
But then there's like 1 or 2 that'll say, "Hey, no, lights count as scoring this time." So everyone's a little bit different. But yeah, you'd score in between each round, and then usually it goes 10 rounds.
Yeah.
And then whoever got the most points, or at that point.
Or the most wins.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Q. That was real fun. Nice. This is also normally how I roll.
No. I can't believe you rolled that bad. Because that's how I'm used to rolling. Like seriously.
There was one time we were playing Kill Team, and the first roll I had to get 2s or 1s. Okay. And I rolled 6s. The next roll I had to get 5s and 6s, and I rolled straight 1s. I was like, really?
That's hilarious. That's why I say I like playing that. I play Conquest in 40k because, like, when my dice start rolling like high on this, it's 40k dice. When they roll low in 40k, they're Conquest dice. Because I literally would throw a dice away when I stop feeling them. Nope, give them away, throw them away. I don't want them anymore. I'll buy a new set of dice. They're only like under $15 usually, so I prefer just doing that. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, what do you get for well, I've never heard of it.
It's a miniature skirt.
Fine.
That is an undead.
Whoa. That's helpful if you don't want to like get them. So did you hand paint all of these?
No, this is a couple of collabs. He painted this was from a studio day.
I like it.